Good morning, everybody. Pastor Stitch, Narrow Path Christian Church, BC, Bay City, Michigan. Welcome to the Biker Devotional. Today is November 20th, 2025. We are looking at Proverbs chapter 20 and verse 11. Have you ever had a time where you thought to yourself, you know what? Nobody ever sees me. I mean, the more I try to be a good person, in quotes, the more I try to live right or righteously, the more I try to do the next right thing, the less people noticed me. You ever felt that way? I know as a younger person, that caused me to do more risque things to make sure I was seen, right? There's a reason a class clown is a class clown. They don't want to just blend in to the woodwork. They feel like they've never been seen, and so they're going to do anything they can to be seen. In Proverbs chapter 20, verse 11, it says this: even a young man is known by his actions, if his behavior is pure and upright. And I have read that all the time and thought to myself, that's not true. If his actions are pure and upright, people don't see him. The only time I ever got seen was when I was doing something wrong. The only time people noticed me is when I did something to stand out in a negative way. Because if I did things to stand out in a positive way, nobody ever noticed. Matter of fact, it was taken for granted. Even in my adult life, I see that all the time. And so this verse bothered me. Every young man is known by his actions, if his behavior is pure and upright. And I realized this morning as I was reading that verse, every young man is known by his actions. He's judged by what is pure and upright. When you are living right, there's nothing to judge. That's the other side of that equation of wanting to be seen, is if they're not judging you, they don't have a reason to spend time on you, because they, and you, like to look for faults. And if you have none that are readily available, then I'm going to look for them elsewhere. It's the negative reinforcement of life, isn't it? Why is it that we desire so desperately to be seen? It will take that negative reinforcement if we can't get anything else. You know, I don't have an answer to that, but I know it's true. And today, as I read this verse, I realized I've been reading it wrong all this time. Frustrated with God because when you live right, nobody notices you. In my other reading today, I recognized that the world does notice. And it brings about difficulty, which feels like punishment. Why would I do that? Why wouldn't I get punished for something I did instead of something I didn't do? Those are all the negative connotations that I have lived by my entire life. So my question to you today is it about needing to be seen and worried about what the devil thinks of you? Yeah, I just said that. Are you worried about what the devil thinks of you? Your response instantly was absolutely not, but isn't it true that you worry about whether he even thinks of you? Let that sink in for a little bit today. And realize that it doesn't matter if he thinks of you or not. because he has no power or authority over anyone who is a believer in Jesus Christ, who has been anointed, who's set apart, has received the gift of the Holy Spirit. No power, no authority, no control. And yet we worry about what he knows and what he might do. Something I need to work on in my life. I'm sure it's something you need to work on too. I love y'all. Hope you have a great day. God bless.